morning, friends. Once again, Scotty here. Today we're driving the 2020 Land Rover Range Rover Evoque First Edition. Can't talk this morning, a little tongue-tied. Land Rover is the brand. Range Rover always designates the top model. The Evoque is the compact SUV. It is in a very pretty, very attractive Nolita gray. The interior colors are called Cloud and Ebony, which are very, very attractive. It is a 2.2-liter turbocharged four-cylinder gas engine, 236 horsepower, I can't hardly read the print, so it's about 269 pound-feet of torque. It's a 9-speed automatic with paddle shifters. It is a regular transmission and not a CVT, which I really like. It's all-wheel drive, has an all-terrain progress control with hill descent, 20-inch wheels with a spare tire. Base price is $56,850 as tested, $59,215. It's got the adaptive dynamics, configurable dynamics, 21-inch 5 split-spoke gloss silver wheels, and Nolita gray, which is a no-cost option. It is rated at a combined 23 miles per gallon, 20 in the city, 27 on the highway. We'll start her up. And as you can see, the touchscreen folds out of the dash, which is a feature that I really like. You can adjust the angle of it, which is kind of nice. Put her in drive and go. We had quite a storm last night, so it's pretty cool here this morning. And unfortunately, she's kind of covered in some leaves and whatnot, and you'll see those blowing off as we drive. But hey, that doesn't diminish the driving experience at all. 2 weeks ago, I had his corporate cousin, the Jaguar F-Sport, the top spec model with the V8 engine and 575 horsepower, I think. And so these vehicles do have some things in common, but there's a lot of things about them that are very different. And I thought it'd be interesting to kind of compare the two. And so, you know, here's what I think. I really enjoyed the Jaguar, but it is like a cat pounced, or a cat poised to pounce at all times. It's loud, it makes some really cool sounds, but, you know, I really like the Range Rover, if I'm going to be honest with you. I drove this at the Texas Auto Writers Association Truck Rodeo in Austin. By the time I did all the various back and forth and side trips and all that, I'm sure it was probably close to 500 miles. I found this to be a very relaxed cruiser. I guess the way I would describe it is the Jaguar is like wearing a pair of your favorite running shoes and you're ready to jump and run and all that. And this is like wearing your loafers that you go to the yacht club in. I just really enjoyed it. The seats are very, very comfortable. I was able to adjust them so that they really kind of cradle me. There's just enough padding for them to be nice, but not so much that it gets tiring. Lots of thoughtful technology features in the vehicle. Excellent sound system, heated seats. I'm going to be honest with you, I really can't find a whole lot to dislike about this. The styling in particular really appeals to me. I think it's the best styling of any compact SUV for sure, maybe any SUV out there. The only caveat would be that I really think the Lincoln Navigator in a full-size SUV is a really, really attractive vehicle. But everything about this thing is just thoughtful and nice. The styling does kind of have some concept car looks to it, if you will. There's some really pretty bronze accents on the outside of the vehicle, just enough to set it off, but not enough to be garish. As I said, the sound system is excellent. The horsepower is more than adequate. Again, it's certainly not a rent-a-racer, but it's not supposed to be. It has different modes that you can set the vehicle in here on the touchscreen, including a dynamic mode. But most of the time I found myself just putting it in comfort mode and then just enjoying the ride. It's just been a really nice, pleasant drive. And I gotta tell you, I kind of hate to give this thing back. I got real comfortable with it real quickly, and I would be delighted to keep it for the long haul. It's one of the nicest SUVs that I've tested in a long time. I've driven a lot of different SUVs over the last year, compact, mid-size, and even full-size, and I can't recall any that I just got comfortable with and enjoyed as much as this one. It is not an inexpensive vehicle, but you know, I talk about that quite a bit, and although this is not a cheap vehicle, you know, I think in terms of if I'm 5 years into the payments, am I still going to be enjoying the vehicle, or am I going to be wishing God I could be rid of that thing? And I think in this instance, this is a vehicle that I would really be comfortable with. I would enjoy owning even 5 years from now. It also has a panoramic sunroof. I'm going to see if I can open this as we go down the road. And that's just the cover. very nice and pleasant. I mean, I guess that's the key word here, is pleasant. I find everything about this thing just very easy to live with. I find all the controls to be intuitive. It handles a little bit better than I would have expected. I found myself on some of the twisties up here around the National Forest, you know, kind of taking them at a higher velocity than it seemed like that I was doing, which is a good thing because it means that the vehicle dynamics are very good. I like the heads-up display on the windshield. You can see right now it shows that I was slightly exceeding the speed limit. We are up here on FM 149 in the Sam Houston National Forest. This is where I typically test vehicles. It's a great road for that because there's some grade changes, a lot of curves, even a few off-camber curves. And so it kind of lets you put the vehicle through its paces. And also, speaking of that, you know, I read a review from a guy recently, and he talked about how he could drive a car for 20 minutes and tell you all about it. And I don't find that to be the case. I find that I have to live with a vehicle for a while to really begin to get comfortable with it and understand it. Usually for me, it's about day 5 of a 7-day manufacturer loan, where I begin to really appreciate the things that I do and do not like about the vehicle. But as I said, this is the 2020 Land Rover Range Rover Evoque, a very, very attractive vehicle. I want to remind you guys, if you're not listening on the radio, maybe you're watching this on YouTube, but if you're, whichever way you're finding us, you can find us at garagedlx.com. That's the main website. Garagedlx.fm is our online radio station where we play music for car people 24/7, 365. We also have our program Tales from the Garage every Saturday from noon to 2 and 5 to 7 p.m. We rebroadcast the show every weekday noon to 2 p.m. You can also find us at facebook.com/GarageDLX or youtube.com/GarageDLX. We appreciate you guys joining us today. And again, come back and visit with us next week when we'll have another review. I think that perhaps we have a Kia coming up next week. So anyway, thanks for listening. Hope you've enjoyed the ride, and we will be back at you very, very soon.